Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing okay. It's Samantha back here with another fun little video, hopefully. I apologise for my absence over the past couple of weeks. I've had the most awful flu and I've actually been really quite poorly, so I have been in bed for a week and then recovery after that, and I'm still not 100%, but I'm getting bored, so I thought I would make another couple of little videos just to amuse myself, if nothing else. So I hope you're all okay. Welcome, and if you are new here, my name is Sam and I am a stay-at-home mum who looks after neurodiverse children and husband and dog and household, and in my spare time I make pretty things, or at least I think they're pretty. So welcome. So today I just basically thought I would just show you what I've been making over the past few days as a way of my flu recovery. You know, when you're sitting there and you're getting really bored, that's been me. So I have a couple of fabulous little earrings here which are wonderful stash busters. So when I was sort of starting to recover, I was trying to go through my stash and to see what I could make without spending any more money, because you know what it's like. Spending money is really easy when you are a crafty person, as I'm sure you all know. It's really easy, isn't it, to spend so much money? So I thought I would go through my stash and see what I could come up with. And I've come up with these beautiful, I mean, I know these aren't a new style or anything, and they've obviously been done by, you know, lots of other jewellery makers, but I just thought these were really pretty. So we're going to have a look at making these today. I also have made these gorgeous sparkly dangles with a peyote frame. I got these beautiful beads. They're vintage beads, actually. I bought a vintage necklace from the 50s probably, with, you know, lots of these lovely beads, and I thought I would utilize them in a very nice way. So that is going to be my next tutorial after this one, so look for those in the future. But today we're going to concentrate on these. Aren't they pretty? Really pretty. So here I've got just literally glass and faux pearls. Here we've got rose quartz, and I think they're little garnets. And here we've just got little crystals and some different coloured blue agates. All right, so let's have a look what we need. We're actually going to replicate this one today because I thought these were really pretty. Different coloured beads and like a weirdy pearl looking thing. So let me move these ones out of the way and we'll go and have a look at what we need to make these. So stash busters, brilliant for stashing, for busting your stash. All you're going to need is some of these ball head pins. Obviously you're going to need 2 for a pair of earrings, so I'll just grab one out. Actually, one without why do they always come bent, these things? Honestly, there we go. So you're going to need some of those. You're also going to need some little small ball head pins similar to these, but these are very tiny ones. I think they're probably 0.5, or yeah, they're probably 0.5 gauge actually, these ones. I will double check and put them in the description box, but they're only sort of smallish ones. If you don't have smallish ones, literally just cut off your larger ones, not a problem. What else are you going to need? You're going to need some beads. So you can use these pretty little briolette beads if you wanted to, or you could just have a look in your stash and see what you've got. I've got here what used to be a necklace, and I took all the beads apart and discovered a couple of these really pretty shell beads, or there's little rose quartz, briolettes. You know, just see what you've got in your stash. Again, like I say, this is a stash buster project, so you don't have to go and buy anything, which is great. I'm using 3mm beads because I just think they look the prettiest on this kind of design, don't you? Really pretty. Actually, the sun's coming out, isn't it? Is that going to be a problem? Let me just have a look and I will see if I can, there we go. I'll brighten it up in editing. I don't really want the sun It's a shame to block out the sun, but it plays havoc with your filming if you don't. So anyway, I've used 3mm and these 3mm. So whatever 3mm you've got in your stash, basically. All right, and you're also going to need some 11-0 seed beads. I'm using Miyuki yellow gold ones here, so you're going to need some of those. What else? You're going to need a couple of these little ear stoppers, the silicone ear stoppers. And apart from that, you're just going to need your regular tools and a ring mandrel or some form of mandrel, because we're going to be bending this guy into this shape. All right, so I'll see you in a few and we'll get going and we'll just do a really nice quick project. See you in a few. Okie dokie team, welcome back. Here we go. Like I say, this is really just a very quick, let's have a bit of fun project. They're not the hardest things in the world to make, but I just thought I'd show you what I've been making whilst I've been recovering from my awful flu. Gosh, anybody else had the flu going round? Awful. awful. Okay, so these head pins are, I will just measure them for you if you wanted to replicate this. They're 5 centimeters, which is just 2 inches. And they're made of steel, I think, or it could be brass anyway. So you want something that's got a relative, not too soft metal is what I'm getting at. And what you want to do is to shape them into these really sweet little hoops. So all you do, pop them on your mandrel. Now don't forget that wire, when we bend it, it snaps open a little bit. It's quite malleable. So just use whatever mandrel you have, bend it round. Okay, so you want to leave one end a little bit straight, because that's the section that's going to go into your ear. So bend it around your mandrel, and as you can see here, we've got the shape that we want. So bend it around. So you've got something along this kind of line here. So do both at the same time so that they're both exactly the same shape. All right, so that's your frame. If you wanted to give it a light tap with your nylon hammer or a rawhide, or a rawhide hammer, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. But you know, this is what we're looking for. So all you do now is really just bring in your beads. Let's get a few of these guys out and let's have a look what we've got here. So I've got these beautiful little organic little pearls here. Aren't they pretty? Is that? Honestly, I'm having a lot of trouble with my focusing on my camera. Don't know whether I need a new camera. So hopefully it'll be all right. And I've just got a little selection of beads here that I dug out. Like I say, I had a necklace that I never wore, and I thought I would just, you know, take the beads from it, which, you know, is a good idea, isn't it? And what else do we need? So for my little earrings here, I mean, you can cluster these up as much as you like, but I've got 6 little beads on each earring. All right, so you're going to need 6 for each earring, and you're going to need some of these little guys here. These are only tiny. These were in my stash. I have no idea why I bought these or what I bought them for. Anyway, I'm going to be using these today. Righty-ho, so all you need to do essentially is pop your little beads onto your tiny little head pins, like so. I hope this green baize is okay. I'm getting some feedback that it is actually better to see what I'm doing, but I suppose it depends on the colours of the beads that we're using, so I hope I don't have to re-record this, but it doesn't matter if I do. I'll see when I edit. It's no problem. I just wanted to thank everyone, you wonderful people who have sent me messages and get well soon messages and that kind of thing. It's so sweet of you all, actually. Strangers on the internet who are quite often you know, become friends, which is lovely. Thank you so much, all of you. Right, let's have a look what else we need. Okay, let's do these first. So basically all I'm going to do is grab these and just bend the wire over so you've got a little angle like so. So do that with all of them. You do it like me and you do it like a conveyor belt type of thing. I prefer to do it like that just because I think it's just the way I do it. So you can do it however you like. The only problem with this green baize, guys, is that it sheds a little bit, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. Let's hope that it's okay. So this is my first video back after recovering from the most horrendous flu. So it might be a little bit hit and miss, this video, but hey ho, I'll post it anyway. So I just wanted to share what I've been doing whilst I've been recovering. Not been a very nice one, actually. All right, so we've got our little beads here. So I'm just going to chop off a little tiny bit off the end because we're going to be making little loops. Now you don't want the loop to be too big because it'll fall off the end of your earring if you're not careful. Although we are going to be putting the seed bead on the end to make sure they don't pop off, but you don't want them to be too big. All right, so I would suggest about so long, like that. So cut all the little bits off like so and like so. Really, really therapeutic making things, isn't it? Making pretty things, especially if you've not been feeling so good. I know there's a few wonderful people on my Facebook group who have been, you know, dealing with a few things recently, and you know, they've been making pretty things, and I know that it helps your mental health, which is what my channel is all about. So it is chatty and we do have a natter and I do ramble on a little bit, but that's just the way it is. All right, so you come in with your round nose pliers and we want to be making some loops like so on these. So obviously don't make them too big. Like I say, you don't want them to pop off the end of your ear frame. So just little loops. They don't have to be perfect. As you know, if you've been watching my channel for long enough, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Perfection is not the goal here. The goal here is to just pick up some beautiful beads, your tools, and just have a faff. Have a play and see what you come up with. Like I say, these aren't the most intricate or even interesting of designs, but I just think they're really, really pretty. All right, so we've got our little charms here. And you can use these little charms for all sorts of things, can't you? What we want to do now is we want to make this into a dangle. All right, so you can use all sorts of different things, but I've just chosen to use these. So I'm coming in here with some 0.6 millimeter wire, which is 22 gauge, I believe. And I'm just gonna snip off, I don't know, 3 inches, something like that. Let's have a look. It's about 4 inches. It's probably slightly too much, but you know, doesn't matter, does it? Just give that a bit of a stretch. This is artistic wire actually, which is quite bendy, it's quite soft. So for this kind of thing, it's quite good, I think. So you just bend the wires to create like a little V shape here at the top. Wants to move a little bit. We want a bit of movement in it, I think. Like so. And then this longer wire here, just straighten that up like so, like so. All right, so just grasp it here gently and just wrap this short wire around once, because we're going to be going back over the top of it in a second. Oh, shows up all the bits, sadly, this green baize, but never mind. Snip that off like so, and just come in and give that a squeeze and a tighten, neaten it up I hope you enjoy making these actually. They're really, really sweet. And like I say, you can make them with all sorts. This is my 4th pair now. And I just think they'd be really nice. So what we want to do now is to make a loop. So bend your wire at an angle like so. And then come in with your round nose. Again, it doesn't want to be too big a loop. And bend it round. Hopefully my voice isn't too bad. I lost my voice. It's just awful, isn't it, Flu? Oh, such a waste of time and energy, honestly. And then when you've made your loop, just hold the loop with your flat nose pliers, like so. And literally just bend the rest of your wire round. Nice and scrappy, doesn't have to be too neat. I like the idea that it's not too neat. It just makes it nice, and you know, that'll be fine. Just a scrappy little wrap there. Scrappy little wrap. I'm starting to sound like Bob Ross. I'm watching too much Bob Ross, that's what it is. Happy little trees, scrappy little wraps. Okay, oh dear. I think I'm losing the plot. So just straighten everything up, give everything a nice tighten, straighten a little bit. And as you can see here, we've got a nice little dangly thing. We like dangly things. I'm sorry, I keep catching the camera. There we go. So all we need to do now is to construct. So what I've done, just put a seed bead on, and I've found that having a seed bead on the end there literally just helps these little charms to stop falling off. So if you've made your little loops for your charms a little too big, then put on an 11/0 and then maybe an 8/0, okay, just to stop, you know, things from dropping off. So I've put these into clusters, all right. So what I've done, let me show you, is to have one on its own and then a cluster of 2. All right, so let's replicate that. So let's pop this on. Okay, one on its own and then a cluster of 2. So I'm going to put, I don't know, yeah, a grey and a gold together. So you literally just open up one of your little loops and attach that, and then pop that on. What that does is it makes it so that one bead is higher up and one bead comes further down, if you can see that. Yeah, so you don't have them all the same height. All right, then you put on your beautiful dangle, whatever it is you're using, your crystal or your pearl or whatever. And then I think we'll have pink and a grey. Shall we? Yeah, there we go. Just tighten that up. These are really secure, unless you know, obviously, unless you've got grandchildren that are yanking at your earrings. They're really secure. So, oops, let's put that on there. And then your last bead, your last charm, and then another seed bead. Now, obviously, these guys are going to be, if you let them hang off like that, they will fall off. But the beauty of these is that you can use these interchangeably, actually, and make lots and lots of different charms, and then just, you know, put whatever you want on your hoop, determined by what you're wearing or, you know, what mood you're in, that kind of thing. So you literally just put your little silicone stopper on, and there we have it. Aren't they beautiful? Really, really simple, really easy to make, but super effective. And again, not the world's hardest of things to make, but I just thought you would like to see what I've been doing whilst I've been recovering. I hope you guys are staying nice and safe and you haven't come down with this awful, awful flu. So I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video, and we will be making, like I say, these beautiful sparkly earrings with a peyote frame that I've used these beautiful vintage beads to make. All right, so I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.